Leo, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly, but before we do that, this is just a reminder that this is the tarot deck I'm giving away on my channel this April. And if you're interested in the beautiful Creatures Tarot deck and guidebook box set giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment in any of the videos letting me know that you're interested. Of course, you get a brand new one, but I will be using my deck today in the weekly. So I hope you guys are doing okay. Leo, you are up next for the weekly reading. I'll be starting on the love readings tonight, and I think I'll be live streaming those. So let's get right into it and pull out your romance angel messages. Then we'll pull out your animal spirits, and we'll pull out your spreads for the week using that beautiful Creatures deck. It's a very nice deck. It's a great deck for somebody who's just getting into tarot. We have separation. All right. We have let your friends help you. And we have unrequited love. All right, so let's see what that's all about for you. Interesting. All right, let's get into your animal spirits, right? Separation, unrequited love, let your friends help you. Well, those messages could be for the same scenario or different ones, right? But they could also be for the same scenarios, same person. Some of you may be resonating with one of those messages only. Let's just see what kind of animal spirits you have coming in. This is a general weekly outlook, but I do pull the romance angel messages just to see what your deeper relationships, might be like. So let's see what animal spirits you have. The owl. Second or third time this is showing up for the weekly. The crow. Messages. Divine messages. Messages from fate coming in. Camel energy. Wow. So two, air, and camel. Really strong animal spirits, Leo. I mean, really strong animal spirits. Before I get into your spread, let me talk about them real quickly. All right, the owl bringing in blessings. So some of you are going to be really reaping some blessings this week. Some wisdom is coming in. The owl is an air elemental animal spirit, but it is one of those animal spirits that is sort of in so many cultures has been representative of blessing. Beauty coming in, blessing coming in, wisdom coming in as well, right? And really an abundance of it as well. So for some of you, this is going to be a really great week of that. The crow, the totem of magic, and really is one of these sort of, the crow shows up, there's messages coming, there's something coming. It's a harbinger of things to come, right? So the crow can oftentimes feel quite ominous, right? But for some of you, you're going to be, there may be special messages coming in, or there may be, you may be opening up to a more magical side of life. You may be just opening up your mind and your third eye a bit more. And then also at the same time, there are a lot of omens around you right now. There may be messages from your guides or your spirits that are clearly coming in for you right now. The crow definitely signifies that, the forces of fate and destiny are definitely at play. And the camel, fire energy, talking about being extremely self-reliant and self-resourceful. So the camel can really go for a long time. And so for some of you, the spirit of the camel is coming in such a way that, you are able to endure. You can go for long periods of time without any help from anyone else. You're being really, really self-reliant, self-resourceful, Leo. And it feels like you're definitely on like a journey, right? But you're on a journey and you're able to handle it, without anybody's assistance. The camel is so independent, but also just so self-reliant and self-resourceful. It's like, if you need water, he just taps, he goes inward for everything that he needs. The other thing is the camel, spirit of the camel oftentimes can stay really calm in the face of a lot of anger and heat. So some of you guys might be dealing with a lot of sort of aggressive people for whatever reason, maybe in your work or what around, just for whatever reason your life is bringing you in contact with people who may be angry, may be aggressive, may be difficult to talk to. And so that spirit of the camel is really sort of keeping you calm, right? It's keeping you level-headed and calm. And it's a really good energy to have, Leo. All right, let's get into your first spread with the beautiful creatures. Your first outlook for the week. 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and Page of Wands. So some of you are coming in this week and you are going through a separation, right? You probably may have been going through a separation recently, or like maybe in the recent few days or up to the recent few weeks. But some of you, it was a decision on your part definitely to walk away from something. And I think from something that just wasn't fulfilling you at all. You know, you may have felt like you were pouring your energy into relationships that really weren't giving you anything back. In any case, you made a real decision to sort of turn your back and walk away. You know, you may have made that conscientious decision that you just wanted something more. You wanted something deeper. And this week, you're kind of filling up with a lot of regret and remorse, right? So you're thinking back a lot, I think, to this event. I think you're starting to maybe think, you know, did I make the right decision? I think you might be just missing the person. Sometimes you can say goodbye to a relationship, and it doesn't necessarily mean you don't miss them. Right? And I think that's what's happening here, because, you know, 5 of Cups this week, this is this energy you're having. And it's a real, I feel like you're going to be reminiscing a lot and just regretful that that you had to walk away. I think for some of you, there's going to be a feeling like you regret that you had to walk away, but you had to do it. You know, because it just wasn't satisfying you. By the end of the week, though, you're kind of a little bit more idealistic. You're a little bit more looking to the future. I think it's just a little bit of a down week. It's like that after, you know, the feeling you get after you break up with somebody or you walk away from somebody, even though that decision may have been a good decision. There's always a period of sort of mourning, I want to say. And that's what it feels like to me, Leo. It feels like to me that this week is a week where you're going to be looking back on a relationship that you may have walked away from in a recent past, or maybe even in the last few months. But it's just kind of a melancholy that you're in, right? And then by the end of the week, I think you're going to get yourself together a little bit more and be a bit more positive and get over it. It just feels to me very much like it is like purging the last little bit of feelings you had associated with that relationship, right? 9 of Swords, anxiety, 3 of Pentacles, and we have 8 of Swords. So some of you are having a lot of anxiety this week. Coming into the week, you have a lot of anxiety, you know, and it just feels to me like it makes perfect sense. Everyone is having anxiety right now. You're not the only one. Right? Worries, anxieties, worries about your forward plan, worries about, you know, your decisions, just anxiety, you know, all the way around anxiety, sleepless nights. You could be worrying about family. You could be worrying about the future. You could be worrying about a decision that you make. You're just having a general amount of anxiety. And I just want to say it's okay. You know, let your friends help you is coming in to let you know that, you know, find a way to get in contact with friends and talk with people that you trust. Because I think this level of anxiety, 9 of Swords is a card for anxiety. And I think it's one of the cards we're going to be seeing more and more anyway. Coming into the week, though, it's nice because coming into the week, you're going to feel a lot more active. You're going to be feeling useful. You're going to be working with people. You have 3 of Pentacles for your middle week energy. So you're going to be dealing with people, communicating with people. People are going to be coming to you because, you know, they want your expertise or your skill. You know, and it's going to feel like a really, I want to say, a really active week, but it's going to feel good. You know, you're going to have that love of labor, right? The love of the labor of love, right? Feeling. And a lot of it is going to be because you are also, you know, being sought out by people because of a particular skill you might have or a talent. This could be in your career or even in your social group. And by the end of the week, though, you do have a little bit of toxic energy there with the 8 of Swords. So I think that you're going to be dealing with somebody by the end of the week who's a little bit toxic, Leo. They're a little bit toxic. They're a little bit difficult to work with. It could be somebody, because like I said, this is going to be a really busy week for some Leos out there working. So it could be that because of Let me see if I can move these over a little bit. Maybe because of the nature of your work, you're going to be put in contact with somebody who's really, really difficult. You know, who's really difficult to work with. They're difficult to talk to. They're very, very opinionated. They're very stuck in their ways. They're very stuck in a kind of old world type of thinking. And it's like you're having to deal with that, right? So by the end of the week, for some of you Leos, just, you know, get your, I want to say, get your strength up. Because there's definitely going to be like some really immature, toxic energy that you're going to be having to deal with by the end. All right, 5 of Swords, last spread, 15, and 11, Justice. So in this deck, some of the cards are named a little bit differently. Here, the 15 is the Habit, but of course we know that's the Devil. And 11, of course, is the Justice card. So some of you are coming in with 5 of Swords this week, and it's like you are done. Some of you are done with a particular battle that you've been in with someone, whoever that person is. Right? Let me move these up a little bit so you can see them. Whoever that person is. And it feels very much like you've said to yourself, look, I can't keep up this battle. It's just bringing me down. I don't, I just don't want it. And if it means I lose, then I lose. I'd rather lose gracefully and with dignity than to keep battling with this person. This can sometimes even be like a really immature back and forth that you might be having with someone, whether it's at work or your social group. And it's just like at some point you're just like, why the fuck am I doing this? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm never going to win. The person I'm battling with is very immature. And it's like you really kind of have decided to just throw your hands up and say, never mind. Even though it's not easy to do that, but you're like, look, I'm done. And you throw your hands up and you have you kind of accept the defeat in this situation just to get on with your life. And I want to say that middle of the week, though, you come into an energy around you and people around you, I think, that want to draw you right back into that battle with this Devil card here. And it almost feels to me like you made the right decision here to get away from whatever this struggle was or this battle with this person was, because it was just not a healthy thing. But then this week, for whatever reason, some energy from a person, a place, or a thing is like tempting you. It feels to me like an individual might be sort of goading you or in some way trying to get you back into this whole energy. And by the end of the week, you round off with this, with the Justice card. And I'm going to say there's going to be some kind of event or sort of recalibration that you do that's going to sort of like balance this. Because right now it seems to be very much sort of an out of balance energy, right? It may be a couple of people in your social group who keep sort of bringing in this negativity, or keep trying to drag you back into this negative connection. And that's what's out of balance. So by the end of the week, you're going to find a way to bring this into balance. And I think possibly to rid yourself of whatever these, I don't know, it's not even like distractions, but whatever these influences are that I think you're going to realize just aren't very good for you, and they're just adding too much negativity to your life and creating an imbalance in your life. And so I think you're going to realize that by the end of the week with this Justice card coming in. A lot of strong messages for you, Leo, this week with that Crow energy. It feels very much like, this is a very fated week, a very destined week. Yes, you're going to have to be very independent. The spirit of the camel is definitely here. And the spirit of the owl is here also. But it's interesting because it hasn't shown up very much in the reading and the actual spreads for the week, Leo. But I feel it strongly. So for some of you, it's going to be really unexpected blessings that come in. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. This is the Leo outlook for April 5th to the 12th. This is the general outlook featuring the Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck. Again, like I said, if you're interested in this deck, getting it for the April giveaway, which will be at the end of the month, please do subscribe to my channel. Look how beautiful it is. Isn't it gorgeous? Just subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment letting me know you're interested, and that's it. And then also, please check back. I still haven't heard from the person that I announced as the winner for the March giveaway. So please check back with my channel. Even if you sign up today to be in the running and you don't watch my channel at all throughout the month, that's fine. But at least put your alarm on, or put some kind of reminder on your computer or on your phone to check back with Bow and Arrow Tarot on YouTube in case you're the winner at the end of the month. All right, guys, I love you so much, Leo. Have a wonderful week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. All of that really helps me grow. But for right now, have a great week, and I'll see you next week in your general weekly outlook. Bye-bye now.